Hi Jamesy, welcome. We've got some special guest here, Theana from the School Food Project, founder of this amazing exercise, this amazing project that's being piloted in a number of schools throughout Sydney. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm just so excited to support you guys at our upcoming, awards night. It's going to be huge. It is going to be so fun and so good to have you on board. So really appreciative. And I wanted to interview you to find out a little bit more about, you, the project, and I guess the impact that you guys are making out there. So before we get into the project itself, there's some crazy stuff out there happening at the moment with some of these schools of kids not being fed. You're going through the whole day. What's that kind of impact that it has on the kids?
Well, there's a lot of evidence around the benefits of food and learning and attainment. So there's a lot of information in England, a lot of studies in Australia around that. And the New South Wales government are doing what they can by introducing a new strategy. My belief is that there needs to be more support for the canteen managers and those people on site to help them produce food, to inspire them to change and to not sort of give in to, sort of healthy, easy options, which is pre-prepared foods, which appear to be healthy, but it's actually there's no auditing with the new guidelines around preservatives.
Really?
So MSG is permitted in the new guidelines.
Wow.
Artificial flavourings and colourings are permitted, which is not acceptable in England.
Totally.
So our food standards, although there's a big shake-up of the traffic light system that's going out, and we're introducing a new system of occasional everyday food items, which is great because there is a demand for more fresh food. What support are those people, the canteen managers, having around producing that?
Yeah.
How do they do that without having to reach for pre-prepared food that is full of, a lot of it unfortunately is full of compromised ingredients.
Yeah, well, I call it crap.
All of that has an effect on children and their ability to absorb food. It has the chemical reactions in their brains, in their nervous systems, and it is a disincentive for learning. The best thing you can do, evidence has shown you, the best thing you can give children is a great meal, a balanced meal, and a tasty meal. Children love healthy food that's tasty. So it's just designing food that appeals to their palate.
So what inspired you to do the project though?
I guess I have a passion for food, for children, and I have a background in professional cooking, and then I moved into nutrition, and then when my kids started at school I was just drawn to the canteen, and I saw that my ideas worked and they were enjoyed by the community, and I just went from there to there, and I just started reading and researching, and then I think my path had just led me that way, and now I feel like the opportunity to actually I applied for a grant to set up or develop a model for 4 schools whereby we provide menu for junior schools, for primary schools, where the food is made on site. It's been nutritionally approved by our nutritionist to meet the guidelines, the Australian Dietary Guidelines, and it has been financially costed so the canteen is sustainable, and then it's actually operationally achievable.
Fantastic.
And we've actually implemented 2 of our 4 schools this term.
Great.
And
it's exciting.
It's very, very exciting to see and compelling to see the response we've had in those.
I mean, you
schools.
just showed me some of those videos. That is heartwarming. That to
Beautiful.
see the parents, the teachers, even the kids to get on board. The kids.
They're very excited.
They're very excited. They don't know necessarily what's in it, and there's so many good, vegetables in it.
It tastes good. We don't use the word healthy.
Exactly.
They don't need to know that.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful food.
It's beautiful food.
And the wonderful story with one of our schools is that, by offering Christina, our wonderful chef trainer, to support the canteen manager in cooking the food, we have empowered her. And now she's very excited about being in that role in her community where she's really respected in a new way. She was always respected and loved, but now she's
another level, isn't it?
She's gone to another level.
Yeah, wow.
And her community, she hasn't lost any of her students from the old menu. She's gained more.
Wow.
So they've been the students who used to order on the previous menu are still ordering on the new menu.
Yep.
But we've gained more students. So there's more orderers. The canteen is a real hive of activity now. There's beautiful aromas coming out of there. There's a lot of volunteers. She's not without a volunteer, up to 4 volunteers a day.
Wow, that's
for
huge.
the rest of the year. And previously there wasn't a lot of volunteer activity or support.
Yep.
And she's loving the food. She's liking cooking. And
It's a whole nother spark, isn't it? And so much more
She's respected
engagement.
for that role because
Yeah,
I
right.
really believe it's a privilege to cook for children.
Yeah.
And I don't think that really is given. The canteen managers in our country are made to feel that place of pride and respect that they really, and support.
Totally.
So really it's about resources for them and helping the children engage. So we do cooking lessons,
Yep.
we do nutritional presentations,
Yep.
and we do some background work, and we work with the school and take their lead on it. We don't have a cookie cutter formula.
Yep.
We'll work with a different school considering, according to their school size, their demographic, their cultural background, and we'll, invite them to provide recipes, and we'll work with their canteen managers and their staff, their equipment, the sizes, and so we adapt.
Nice.
And I think that's really important as well.
Yeah,
so we're not
exactly.
dictating to a school. We're saying we can
We're
do
working
this.
with them.
Let's work together.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration.
Yeah, perfect.
And I've been very inspired by what's going on in the UK.
Yep.
And I really believe that at this time in history, with parents demanding to both be at work, children really, it's time for the education department to really step into that space and look at how we're looking after our children nutritionally.
Yep.
And to really reinvent or reform how we do that and where we allocate funding.
Nice.
And really, is it about spending money, treating diseases from bad diet, which is happening in this country?
Yep.
Or is it about investing in children at school to empower them to make the healthy choices and just know what healthy food is?
Yeah.
And also to incorporate a gardening program, which is happening at one of our schools. There's
Wow.
school monitors who go out and they're
It's a whole
invited.
holistic approach,
It's
really.
very holistic,
Yeah.
and it just makes sense.
Totally.
And it doesn't have to have bells and whistles. It doesn't have to be challenging, or it doesn't have to be too complicated. It's actually just so simple.
Yeah, nice.
And it's just taking those steps forward and believing that that school and that community and the children will like the food, which
Yeah.
has proven to be the case in both our schools.
Great.
The orders have increased enormously.
Wow. And what's the future? Where do you see it going?
I see every child in this country being offered a nutritionally, improved and beautiful lunch service
Yep.
as subsidised by the government.
Yep.
So that children are taken care of at school. We don't need dining halls. They can still eat on their lap.
Yeah.
It's just about, let's give them a beautiful meal. Let's help them learn. Let's help them reach their attainments in life, because
Nice.
their bodies are receiving the nutrients that they sometimes don't get at home because parents are simply so time poor, and there's a lot of misinformation around the benefits of convenience foods.
Yep.
And we all know that a home cooked meal is the best meal that you can give your child.
So true.
And providing that inspiration for that.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Wonderful, wonderful. So there you have it. Let's jump on board and let's support Theano with the school food project. Ticket sales, the charity auction, even if you can't make it, any donations would be much appreciated, and looking forward to seeing you guys there at the Girls Tribe Awards night. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye for now.